While it was historically nearly impossible to find luxury watches at prices below retail, whispers are circulating that this trend might be changing. Recent indicators suggest a significant shift in the market, with many Rolex models now available at authorized dealers for less than their retail prices. Furthermore, numerous other brands are being offered below retail on the secondary market, with some advertisements even promoting discounts. Why is this happening, and what does it mean for potential buyers? Welcome to Ventichic. In today's video, we'll explore the luxury watch market's current state, diving deep into the factors behind these price changes and what they signify for enthusiasts and investors alike. If you haven't subscribed to Ventichic yet, now is the perfect time to do so to keep up with our latest insights and updates. To understand the current market situation, let's first revisit the landscape from 2019 to 2022. During this period, the prices and availability of desirable watches soared. Anything considered coveted was not only scarce but also sold at a premium well above retail on the secondary market. This surge attracted flippers, gray market dealers, and individuals viewing watches as investment opportunities. The peak of the Rolex hype occurred between 2019 and 2022, but the buildup began around 2015 with the release of the ceramic Rolex Daytona. From 2015 onward, companies took steps to address the escalating situation. By 2018, brands started repurchasing stock primarily to protect their brand integrity. For years, there had been an oversaturation of watches in circulation, with watch brands pressuring dealers to accept large quantities of both popular and less desirable models. For instance, for every sought-after Omega 300M, dealers were often burdened with less popular models like the gem-set Omega DeVille. The strategy for watch manufacturers was volume-centric, aiming to fill display cases and maximize advertising visibility. However, this led to excessive stockpiles of unsold watches, which were subsequently dumped onto the secondary market, causing a decline in brand perception. Consumers understandably became reluctant to pay full price when significant discounts were available elsewhere. Consequently, production was scaled back, coinciding with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, which further disrupted travel plans and prompted increased watch purchases. Prices surged, while availability plummeted. Now, we are witnessing a reversal of this trend, with prices beginning to decrease. The once red-hot Rolex market is cooling, with two-tone models becoming more readily available. Similarly, edge models are now accessible. This trend extends to other brands as well, where some models can be acquired without much difficulty, typically within a month. The anticipated Christmas surge in sales did not materialize as expected, resulting in premium brands like Rolex being sold at bargain prices on the secondary market. Many high-end brands are experiencing a decline in desirability for several reasons. Swatch recently released its annual report, indicating an impressive performance in 2023, but notably lower than in 2022, with a slowdown observed towards the end of the year. Despite remaining optimistic for 2024, there were acknowledgements that the previous frenzy had subsided. Similarly, LVMH reported a slowdown in their watch business. Watches of Switzerland are forecasting a significant downturn, reflecting the frontline perspective of industry insiders. Regional variations exist, with Europe showing pessimism in purchasing behavior, while emerging markets like the Middle East and parts of Asia are experiencing rapid growth, fueled by increasing millionaire populations. According to a report by a global consulting firm, consumer perceptions of value and brand differ across regions. In the US, France, and Germany, consumers prioritize value-to-price ratio, whereas in India, the Emirates, and China, brand image remains paramount. Manufacturers recognize the growing impatience among consumers and the risk of losing them to other brands or to not purchasing at all. The golden days have faded, and while there's some cautious optimism among producers, it's not as robust as before. This shift is not sudden, but manufacturers cannot anticipate empty ad spaces in 2024. Some pieces will linger unsold. Several factors contribute to this shift. Inflation, economic slowdowns, and reduced disposable income have dampened consumer spending. Investors and flippers have also become less involved. Additionally, watchmakers have increased prices excessively and based business decisions on outdated pandemic data. Adjustments in production and model releases take time, so choices made in 2021 and 2022 are only manifesting now in late 2023 and early 2024. The influx of releases in 2023 aimed to cater to the demand of a voracious 2022 market, but consumers eventually ran out of expendable funds and patience for elusive models. While enthusiasm for appealing watches persists, consumers are now more cautious and critical in their approach. We anticipate some degree of oversupply, partly because brands are cautious about falling short of meeting demand given the negative sentiment generated by past stock shortages. Compounding this, consumer demand has waned, resulting in an imbalance of excess supply and limited demand. This scenario suggests further price drops, increased availability, and easier access to watches. While a market collapse seems unlikely, we expect a return to a more typical situation where most watches carry a premium but can be acquired below retail depending on brand and model popularity. Moving forward, manufacturers facing slowing demand will need to reevaluate their pricing strategies. Simply hiking prices by significant margins is not a sustainable solution. Instead, they'll need to focus on their value proposition and pricing structure, striving to maintain margins while minimizing price increases to entice buyers back. Rolex provides a noteworthy example with more modest price increases this year compared to previous trends. In some markets, prices remain unchanged, indicating a shift away from excessive greed. While effective during periods of high demand, in times of consumer hesitancy, manufacturers must weigh the expense and risk associated with these releases. Cutting back on the number of limited releases and evaluating their popularity and potential for generating volume through other means may become necessary. In times of ample profits, taking such risks is viable, but when inventory sits idle, investing in additional limited editions may not be prudent. When faced with pressure on sales volumes, brands have a choice regarding new releases. They can opt for a variety of new variants, models, and options, or they can stick with what they know works. Typically, larger brands tend to be more risk-averse, prioritizing stability over innovation to safeguard their market share. While this approach may not always be the most effective, it is considered safer in uncertain times. Marketing becomes crucial during such periods, as highlighted by Swatch, which emphasize the importance of marketing activities in driving sales. However, there is a tendency for businesses to cut back on marketing when faced with declining numbers, which could be counterproductive. Those who maintain or even increase their marketing efforts are likely to fare better in the long run. Additionally, consumer preferences are shifting towards smaller niche brands that offer perceived value. Examples like Forks and Christopher Ward provide high-quality watches at affordable prices, attracting consumers who find bigger corporate brands too expensive for what they offer. This shift might prompt larger brands to innovate and improve their offerings to remain competitive. Movement innovations, bracelet designs, and overall specifications will become crucial for justifying premium prices. Demand for high-end brands might contract, with more pressure on peripheral brands, while a core group of perpetually desirable models from brands like Patek Philippe and Rolex will continue to attract buyers. In the enthusiast community, the next few years could see an upturn, with increased availability of desired watches and potentially even below retail prices. As the economy gradually rebounds, consumer confidence will improve, leading to renewed demand. However, this cycle of price fluctuations driven by consumer behavior may continue unless significant lessons are learned by the watch industry. For now, availability and catering to regular customers are paramount. What are your thoughts on the luxury watch market update we've shared in this video? We'd love to see your answers and opinions in the comment section below. If you like this video, let us know in the comments and give us a thumbs up. Remember to follow us for more insights, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Once again, this is Ventichic, and we look forward to seeing you in our future videos.